All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Welcome back to wherever. What is it? Day 7? Is it day 7? No. Can't be day 7. It is day 7. What? Welcome back. All right, day 7. Cool. Third round, second part 2 of the third round. I don't know how we're going to. I don't think today's going to be as good as the other 2 days. I'll be honest. We've had 2 of the biggest days of the year, the last 2 days. Djokovic, Fonseca was phenomenal. And then, obviously, the Sinner loss was crazy. Plus, a lot of other matches around that, right? A lot of 5-setters, a lot of 3-setters for the ladies. But today is going to be a quiet day. And I know I said that when Sinner lost, but I think today is going to be a lot less insane. Mainly because on the men's side, there's not that many seeds left. So, there might be some epic matches, but they'll be between the unseeded players. On the women's side, though, we do have some big clashes. So we've got this one here, Jovic taking on Osaka, which is an absolute banger matchup. The winner will play Sabalenka or Kasatkina, and clearly I'm ready to watch Kasatkina. So we'll see how that goes. Then we've also got Kaboli Tien. That's coming on in about an hour. So we'll watch that too. Gauff Potapova is coming up later as well. And then tonight we've got FAA versus Nakashima. And Boko Keys is also on today. And that's sort of like the big clashes. Everybody else is either like unseeded playing a seed or 2 unseeded players. So it's pretty weird. Anisimova's playing today. Berrettini. Zachary is playing as well. Tiafo. Yeah, both of the Cerundolo brothers. So we'll see. But I don't know. I don't think today's going to be. I mean, it can't be as crazy as yesterday or the day before. Like, there's no way. There's no way that can be possible. Why is there so much carnage at this tournament? I don't know. It's only on the men's side though. On the women's side, we've lost Raducanu. So it's only carnage on the ATP. WTA is locked in. Women's side, we've lost Mukova at number 10, and then Pegula and Raducanu. On the men's side, we've only got Zverev and FAA. So, yeah, we've still got so many of the ladies and the contenders in... Whoop. And still we've got so many contenders on the women's side. So, yeah, we've got Kostyuk. I mean, we're starting to get like those matches, right? Like tomorrow's going to be really crazy. We've got Kostyuk versus Swiatek. We've got Svitolina versus Bencic. Those are a couple of absolutely crazy matches. So, yeah. Berrettini Dark Horse? Maybe. Zverev Cerundolo final is most likely, I think. Okay. All right, here we go. Players about to walk out on court. Rude was great. Yeah, that was crazy. Jovic coming out first. But let's see. Hopefully I don't have to shout so much today. Hopefully today I can keep my voice lower. It's not going to happen. I'm watching Dasha. And if Dasha starts to win, I'm going to lose my shit. How old's Jovic? 18? 19? All right. Osaka coming out in the sparkly dress. And she's got the, I don't know what they call that. The skirt that has like a cape. The scape? I don't know. I'm not a fan. Chat. I may look good, but I don't know women's fashion, all right? I ain't no Ralph Lauren, all right? It's absolutely crazy that anyone can win my top 3 picks. Wait, that anyone can win my top 3 picks is Zverev, Ruud, and Rublev. Oh, yeah, true. I mean, look, we watched Zverev last night, and even though he lost the third, he still looked great. Well, he still looked good. He still looked solid, even though he lost the third. He still looked. He's out of all the players left. He was the one that looked the most. He's looked the least shaky at the moment. All right. Osaka. Ready to go? Oh, God. By the way, today's the last hot day. After today, it'll be cold. It's actually flipped the script. We're actually going to go to like winter now, so that'll be fun. Will Ruud beat Fonseca? They both played 5 sets. I don't know. I am not sure. I don't know. It should be calmer today, right? Yesterday was insane. I'm rooting for Casper and Zverev. Yeah, I mean, today should be calmer for sure. You were shouting on the Fonseca match? Well, yeah, I mean, it was exciting. I can't help it if the tennis is good. Paris at this time is either hot or cold. Yeah, well, today it's hot. Tomorrow will be raining. And the rest of the next week is supposed to be completely different conditions. Who will play in quarterfinals? Ruud, Rublev, Menchik, Fonseca. I'm thinking Ruud versus Rublev. Because I don't know. I just think that those two, I don't know. Ruud, Rublev, they've got the experience. Menchik and Fonseca haven't been here before. Menchik has, but he had to withdraw. Remember Australian Open? So this is the thing we're dealing with on the men's side right now, right? It's like we're dealing with youth versus like experience, right? I mean, it's not like Djokovic experience. You know, there's only one guy I think in their 30s, but yeah, we're dealing with like all the young guys coming through, right? We got Hoda, we got Menchik, we got Tien, you know, Kaboli, Kwame, Landalusi, who else is there? Fonseca, obviously. And then you've got like the established guys, right? So you've got like Zverev and Carreño Busta and Ruud, Rublev, you know, Cerundolo, Berrettini, FAA, right? All the guys that we've seen many, many times, Tiafoe. So it's so much like that generation, the guys between, you know, over 25 and the guys under 25. But the guys over 25 are built for this. Like they've been here. They've done this. They're built to play 5 sets for 7 matches, right? The young guys haven't proven that they're capable yet. And you got to think that matters for something. The only person in recent times that I've said this about, and I'm going, I think he'll wear out eventually, is that 2022 Alcaraz run at the US. When every day he was playing 5 sets or 4 sets. And you're like, how's he going to maintain this? He's like 18. His body will crash. And he didn't crash, right? And look at him now, right? Not look at him now, but look at his results now, right? He's won 7 slams. He's gone on to be one of the greatest young players we've ever seen. I don't know if all those other guys are going to be built. They're not built like Alcaraz. So, like, I mean, look, I'm not saying that all the over 25s are going to beat all the under 25s. But, like, it should count for something. That, you know, Ruud and Rublev and Zverev and, you know, these kind of guys, you know, this isn't their first slam, right? This isn't their first 4th round. They've been here, done this many, many times. Their bodies are built for this. Whereas, yeah, you got to question all the fitness for the other guys, right? How does Hoda back up a tough 5-setter? How does Fonseca back up 2 5-setters? How does Menchik, you know, continue running? You know, we've seen he's been injury prone, right? Kwame, we don't even know what yet to expect because he's just really, like, literally started, right? So I don't know. I feel like leaning towards experience over youth is, I mean, the young guys have nothing to lose though. So it's like, but I don't know. I feel like experience in this situation should matter. The youngsters have no fear, but can their bodies take it? That's the thing. Like, do you trust that the guys over 25 are going to keep their nerve, right? Because it's all about their mental, right? It's not really about their bodies. But then the young guys, they're going to be fearless and trying to, you know, they're hungry but their bodies might not allow them to go on and be the champion, right? It's like, we're going to find that out this week. We're going to find out if Zverev and Ruud and all those guys can keep it together mentally, keep the pressure's all on them now, right? The door is open. Or are the young guys, are their bodies going to stay intact for another, because we're only halfway, right? We're 3 matches into 7, right? Fonseca's played three matches. He's got to play 4 more. Menchik, Hoda, they've only played 3 matches and they've all played 5-setters. How much can they take? Fonseca, by the way, is built different. So, he is, and I've said this many times, he is built different. We haven't seen him cramp and any of those things yet. The fact that he looked like so good against Djokovic in the 5th set, and after nearly 5 hours was crazy. So I don't know. I think Fonseca out of that bunch is at this stage, he seems like he's the least likely to break. But Hodars have cramping issues before. We've seen Menchik break down physically before. Tien's a machine, so I don't think Tien's going to fade. We don't know about Caboli, how much his body can take, but yeah, there's just so many. This is what's so fun about this slam, right? There's just so many questions. There's so many because before it was like, oh well, Sinner's going to win. The question was who's going to finish second, right? Who's going to be the runner-up? And it was like Djokovic or Zverev. But now we have so many more questions because the 2 big dogs are gone. We're getting a new champion, right? No matter what. So it's there's so many questions. And then when you think you know the answer to one question, then you have another question about that answer, right? And it's like, it's going to be awesome. It's just so awesome. I love it. I love this. This is so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. I love chaos. What can I say? I love when everything's going mad, right? I love being in the storm, right? I love it. And I love that none of us, nobody has a real idea what's going to happen. None of us know what's going to happen. We're walking in the dark. It's pitch black. We have no idea what's going to happen. We don't know who's capable of winning this slam and who will lose the opportunity and all that stuff. We don't know. We're all flying blind. It's going to be fun. All right. Osaka serves an ace to start. I'm going to go Osaka in 3. I reckon her experience will get it done. Also, I think she'll out-hit Jovic, but I'm excited to see how Jovic looks. Jovic has been really good. She demolished Navarro, probably in the previous round. As the backhand goes wide by Jovic, 30 love. This has to be the best slam in ages. Yeah. I mean, look, yes and no, because some people hate this. Some people are going to think this is the worst slam ever because it's so random, or at least so unpredictable. But I love it. 30 love. Return goes in the forehand of Osaka. Forehand from Jovic. Osaka forehand. Deep into the forehand of Jovic up the line of the backhand of Osaka. Jovic backhand. Again to the backhand of Osaka up the line. Jovic gets it back with the forehand. Osaka. Forehand winner. 40 love. It's funny because the men's upsets have been distracting us from the women's tournament, right? On the WTA, they're all just business as usual. Rebecca lost and Pegula lost, but for the most part, the top seeds are all winning for pretty easily too. So we're kind of we watched Sinner lose, and then we watched Gauff and Sabalenka just win, and we didn't really break a sweat with them. So it's a very weird, it's a very interesting time right now in tennis. WTA's been holding up, they're keeping the interest, but now the men's tennis is sort of imploded, which makes it very fun. Are we going to watch Ali Nassim today? Yes. We have to because he's the second favorite, or third favorite, fourth favorite. I don't know. Is he even a favorite? I don't know. But we have to watch FAA because he's literally the second highest seed. So we have to watch him for that, to see, because can he handle being a serious a serious contender now. Yeah. Tien Kaboli comes on in about an hour, so watch that as well. No one is really talking about FAA. True. He's up the top half of the draw. It's because he played that 5-setter in the first round, and we all thought he was going to lose. So I think everybody's a little bit worried about picking FAA because he had a bad first round, and everyone's like, well, he's not going to make it that long, is he? But he might make the final. As we get a forehand now to the backhand of Jovic. Osaka forehand to the forehand of Jovic, up the line to the backhand of Osaka. Jovic backhand again to the forehand of Osaka, but Osaka overhits it. And it's 15-love. Can we watch Dasha upset Sabalenka? We are going to watch Sabalenka, yeah. If Dasha beats Sabalenka, I will. It'll be a very good day for me. For Dasha. All right. 15-love. There's a return. Goes into the forehand of Jovic. Jovic puts it away. 30-love. No one's really talking about FAA winning the slam. Actually, I know, right? I think it's because he almost lost in the first round, and it was like, yeah, it kind of, I think it scared people away. 30-love. As a return, goes into the net by Osaka. 40-love. I'm interested to see who the new slam winner is going to be. Yeah. Uh, 40-love. Yeah, I just love the fact that it's this early in the tournament that we're having this happen. As we'll find out from Jovic is a winner 1-1. Whereas like at other like if we talk about like random, and I know we're whatever. Don't worry, this match is just getting started. We'll be focused properly in a second. So the times that we've seen like random champions, right? So Dominic Thiem 2020, right? That was probably the last time we had like a real strange random event, right? Federer didn't play, Nadal didn't play, Djokovic got defaulted. That was in the fourth round. So when we got to the quarterfinals, semifinals, final, we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know what to expect, right? We had, and back then, right, 2020 was when Zverev was 23. Thiem was sort of like the old guard, kind of. Like he was the established guy because like Medvedev, Rublev, Coric, Shapovalov, Demonor, that was like next generation, right? So that's what like, I guess what like, actually the guys this tournament are younger again, but that was the next generation, right? Carreño Busta was the old guy at like 28. And then you had like Dominic Thiem, but then everybody else was like, I think like Shapovalov, Coric, Zverev, Rublev, Medvedev, Demonor were all like next generation, like at the same, like literally the same time, right? I think that most of them played the next gen finals together, right? And it was like, oh, one of those guys could win, which was exciting because like, 2020, it was like 3 or 4 years of like, Federer and Nadal, Djokovic dominating, and it was like, okay, well, who's next? And Zverev was so promising, and Thiem was making finals, and then Medvedev had popped up, and all these young guys. We're exactly that situation, but we're like 2 days earlier. So we've got third round, everybody, like people are starting to lose, and now we're in this situation like on day 5 instead of being day 10, right? And then if we look back at like, if we look back at the US Open 2014, when Cilic won and he beat Nishikori in the final, the semifinals had Federer and Djokovic. So it wasn't until the very last moment of the tournament that there was a new champion, right? It was Federer, Djokovic, Nishikori, Cilic. And the fact that on the Friday, Nishikori and Cilic both got the upset to play each other, like no one would have been expecting that. And then like you have one day to be like, wait, new champion, what the hell? We've got like 10 days to count down to the new champion. We have such a big runway to a new champion, which I don't think we've had for so long.
Congratulations, right? Rublev. So proud of your win.
Yeah. He's got a tough match tomorrow, though. Even like Wawrinka, right? When Wawrinka won in 2014, he beat Nadal in the final. So, again, we had like zero time to get, we're like, oh, maybe Stan wins, but he's playing Nadal. This is so, like, I don't remember the last time we had this long of a time to count down to a new champion. Like, this might be, because even Del Potro, right? Del Potro, he won against Federer in the final. So, again, there was like zero time to like prepare for a new champion. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was like 2004 French Open with Gaudio. Like, that's what might be where we're at, right? It might be that 04. If I have a look here. But the quarterfinals still had Querton with Grand Slams, Moyle with Grand Slams, and Hewitt. So, like, it was semifinals final. Like, once we got to the semis, it was Nalbandian and Gaudio, Coria, Henman. New champion, right? So, like, even then, it's like, that was only like 5 days of like counting down to the new champ. So, I think that's what we got to realize, how crazy this is right now. Because it's been so long since we've been in a situation where we within the first week we know we're getting a new champion. Even like Andy Roddick in 2003, Agassi was in the semis, right? So again, not that much time to realize that the new champion was about. What about Federer 03? Was that a new? What happened there? No, because I know Agassi made the. Oh no, maybe that might have been the one. Federer 2003 Wimbledon might have been the time when the last time we had no slam champions in the semis or in the quarters, because it was Bjorkman, Roddick. Oh no, Roddick was a slam. Oh no, Roddick hasn't won the US Open yet. So it was Bjorkman, Roddick, Federer, Shulkin, Grosjean, Henman, Pop, and Philippoussis. None of those guys have won a slam. And then in the fourth round, you had Juan Carlos Ferrero, who just won the French, and Agassi in the fourth round as well. So even that, like, we're 1 day ahead of that too. But that was probably the last time, one of the last times where we were going into week 2, fourth round quarterfinals with a new champion on the cards. Again, this is like unprecedented. It's been decades since we've been in a position like this. 15 love. In this position this early, right? This early. Because I don't even like. All through the 90s, Wimbledon, like Sampras was making the second week, or winning the whole thing. So, yeah, I mean, we probably got to look back to the 90s maybe, but like when there was, when we were going in this with like zero players having won a slam to the fourth round. Like, that's what we're going to the fourth round with no slam champions. There's not many to choose from, but like still, we have 0 slam champions in the fourth round. No Medvedev, no Djokovic, no Sinner, no Alcaraz, no Wawrinka, no Cilic. No, we've got 0 slam champions. It's crazy. Anyways, 15 off. As that goes out from Osaka. And it's 30-15. 2022 US Open was like that too. You might be right. I totally forgot about 2002. 2022. I totally forgot about that. Because, Djokovic got banned. Oh, you're right. Actually, you are so right. Medvedev made the fourth round, lost to Kyrgios. And once that happened, all hell broke loose. And Cilic lost to Alcaraz in 5. So even then, we're still a little bit ahead of that. But you're right. That was, and Nadal lost in the fourth round as well. So in the fourth round, we lost Rafa, Medvedev, Cilic. They were the only champions left. So you're right. That was the last time. That was probably, that was the last time that we had no slam champions in the quarterfinals. And then look at this lineup, right? Kyrgios, Khachanov, Berrettini, Ruud, right? Sinner, Alcaraz, and Rublev Tiafoe. And we've got Rublev, Tiafoe, Rude, and Berrettini still left in this draw. Just no Alcaraz Sinner and no Kyrgios Khachanov. And remember, so Djokovic didn't play. Zverev had the ankle injury, so he couldn't play. And Nadal lost to Tiafoe. Medvedev lost to Kyrgios in a pretty epic match. I remember that. I was streamed at my friend's house. And Medvedev was number 1 in the world at the time too, so it was a little bit crazy that how that happened. And then Cilic lost to Alcaraz in 5. 40-30. But yeah. So we are kind of in that 2022 US Open kind of vibes where it's like, again, it's the Casper Ruud generation and Zverev versus the Fonseca and Tien and the young guns, right? We're in that. It's going to be a battle between them, just like it was back in 22 with Alcaraz and Sinner versus, Ruud and those guys. 2-0. It's so exciting. I'm so pumped for it. I can't wait. We're going to get some random quarterfinals. Quarterfinals are going to be weird as hell. But I stay true to my promise. We watch everything from the quarterfinals onwards. Doesn't matter who plays. We could be getting the Cerundolo brothers in the quarterfinals playing against. We could be getting Comasagna versus Collignon in the quarters. We'll watch it. We'll watch it anyway. Because that's what we'll do. We have to watch all the quarterfinals because we don't know what's going on. All right. Love 15, Jovic. As Osaka with a backhand winner. Back behind Jovic. Nice shot. 15-0. As the return goes into the forehand of Osaka, forehand up the line from Jovic. Osaka gets back with the backhand. Jovic goes up the line with the backhand to the forehand of Osaka. Into the forehand of Jovic. Osaka backhand cross. Jovic gets it. Osaka backhand again. Jovic gets that up the middle. Into the forehand of Osaka. And Osaka over hits at 15-30. All right, 15-30. Serve again. Into the forehand of Jovic. Osaka forehand short. Jovic on the attack. Osaka defends with the backhand. As they go backhand to backhand, Jovic goes up the line and long, and Osaka gets a 30-0. Oh my god. By the way, Sakari is playing at the moment as well. Keep an eye on her. As we got a fault, second serve. Backhand return, the net by Jovic, 40-30. Another thing to note, many people stayed back to watch the Djokovic-Fonseca match outside the court on the deck chairs. Oh, yeah, for sure. That was a moment. That was what we witnessed yesterday was a moment in tennis history that we will remember forever. It's a moment. As the backhand goes wide by Osaka deuce. Tiafoe might be the finalist. That'd be pretty awesome. As the return goes to the net from Jovic, advantage Osaka. A journalist asked Novak if he lost focus because his path to the finals was so clear with 1 and 2 out, and he was not happy with that question. Yeah, I gotta be honest. They asked some silly questions yesterday to Djokovic, and he was not in the mood. And fair enough. That was the second time he's lost from 2 sets to love. And the first time he lost from 2 sets to love, he nearly retired. So, 2 sets to love. And the first time he lost from 2 sets to love, he nearly retired. So, 2 sets to love. And the first time he lost from 2 sets to love, he nearly retired. So, 2 sets to love. And the first time he lost from 2 sets to love, he nearly retired. So, 2 sets to love. And the first time he lost from 2 sets to love, he nearly retired. So, 2 sets to love. And the first time he lost from 2 sets to love, he nearly retired. So, 2 sets to love. And the first time he lost from 2 sets to love, he nearly retired. So, 2 sets to love. And the first time he lost from 2 sets to love, he nearly retired. So, 2 sets to love. And the first time he lost from 2 sets to love, he nearly retired. So, 2 sets to love. And the first time he lost from 2 sets to love, he nearly retired. So, 2 sets to love. And the first time he lost from 2 sets to l they did not ask very nice questions. As Jovic hits a winner, back to deuce. Yeah, I get one. I get like they're trying to get like a quote, but there's play. Look, and look, this is just the hierarchy of the sport, right? But questions like that, okay, maybe it's still pretty rude to ask that to like somebody who's up 2 sets to love and loses. That's not in the top. You know, maybe someone who's like 30 in the world. But when you're talking to Novak Djokovic, who's the greatest player in our sport, I feel like those questions, those like, I wouldn't say they gotcha questions, but they're kind of like, they're trying to get a quote out of him, right? Like, just remember who you're talking to. Like, I feel like the people, it's like, this is the greatest player of our sport. Save those questions for the lower ranked players, right? Again, super rude to say, ask anybody some of those questions, you know, and be like, oh, now that your path was clear, did you dream about it? And you're like, well, I just lost. Why would you ask that to anybody? It's like, yeah. But to Djokovic, to do that to Djokovic, I mean, like that's like the most brain dead thing to do. Osaka gets in the net, and it's 3-2. Like, you know what I mean? Like would you like? Why would you ask that? Would you ask that to Federer and Nadal? No. So why would you ask those kind of like headline quote questions? Like, what are you trying to get out of him? Like, so no wonder he was like, because then like obviously after that people were like, oh, is this your last French Open, or are you going to come back next year? And he's like, I don't know. He clearly wasn't in a mood to want to talk about it. Also, why would you ask, are you coming back next year, when he just lost and he's 39? Like, again, like why? Like it's I don't know. I get it though, because we know how the process is, right? We know that like, you know, that the journalists are trying to get the question, they've got to write an article, so they're trying to get a quote out of Djokovic so that they can write a story. But like, respect goes out the window, and you're like, get like, I don't know. I just think it's like it's some of those, like especially when players lose, and some of these questions come out, and you're just like kicking people while they're down, and you're like, these are human beings. And you're asking like, just really like I don't personally, I don't need to hear what Djokovic has to say in response to those questions. Like, you know, I don't need to hear Djokovic talk about how, yeah, he did want to win 25 and now he's heartbroken. I don't need that. I don't need to see Djokovic upset like that. Like, I don't need that. Like, it just doesn't make sense why, you know, doesn't make sense to me. But it also does make sense because they got to write stories, right? They're doing a job, you know. They're trying to write stories. Is it a point out of the backhand of Jovic? Jovic got the break 3-2. Is it a backhand now into the forehand of Osaka? Jovic forehand goes long and it's love 15. Love 15. I watched and heard, and Novak's voice sounded kind of heavy. Yeah, I mean, second time ever he's lost a 2 sets to love lead. And if you go back to 2010 when he lost the only other time that he lost from 2 sets up, he was just as upset, if not more so back then. Like, he was questioning whether or not he should be playing tennis. So if you think like the first time that he lost from 2 sets to love up, he was like, what, 20 or 22, right? 2010. If that's the first time that he reacts in a way of like devastation, then why would he not be as devastated now? Just because he's 39, what, he's going to be like, oh, well, that's just a shame. I'm old. Like, of course he does. It doesn't matter if he's 39 or 22. Like, that's a devastating loss when it's only been the second time you've dealt with that situation, where you've lost from that situation. We talked about it yesterday, 301 wins, 2 losses when he wins the first 2 sets at Slams or a Davis Cup. Like, again, I just think it was a little bit, just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't, like, they don't do research, I don't think. Also, there's just no like reading the room. No wonder the players don't like doing press conferences. Right? I mean, no wonder they don't like doing press conferences. All right, serving to the forehand is a double fault. All right, 15-30. Chance for Osaka to break back. The fact he's 39 still played 5 hours is really impressive. Oh, yeah. Crazy. Crazy. All right, 15-30. As the return goes into the forehand of Jovic. Osaka forehand up the line. Jovic with the forehand into the back of Osaka. Jovic with the volley. Osaka passing shot in the net. Ooh, that was a chance there. There was a chance. And it's 30-0. How are the conditions today? It's going to be warm today, but it should be the last hot day. Next week's starting tomorrow's going to be cold. So tomorrow's going to start getting real cold. As a bit of fault second serve. Serving to the backhand of Osaka. Jovic forehand to the front of Osaka. Jovic forehand up the line. Osaka with a slice in the net. Great hitting from Jovic. 40-30. As Jovic hits it out on the forehand. And we get to deuce. Zachary looks good at 4-1. Yeah, we're not even, like, there are so many, like, sub-stories going on right now that we're not talking about because of the massive stories that are happening, but Zachary getting through the draw sneakily is a very fun little side quest story. I'm excited to see how that plays out because she has been through hell at Grand Slams over the last couple of years. And she made a semi-final. She had a point to make the final here like 5 years ago. But because like all the other stuff's happening, as Osaka hits the tape, goes in, it's advantage Osaka. Because we've got all these other massive things happening, we're just forgetting about all these other things going on. But Zachary is definitely, I got my eye on her because she is just kind of hiding under the radar a little bit. You know, she beat Noskova in the first round, and she might have to play Anisimova in the fourth round, which will, you know, get everyone's attention. But love that for Maria. All right, advantage Osaka. Forehand now cross court into the forehand of Jovic. Osaka forehand up the line. Jovic to the backhand in the net. We're back on serve. All right, 3-0. 3-3. 3-3. All right, the coach and Osaka are deliberating. I'll tell you, chap. Osaka with Vicharovsky is a scary. It's starting to become a scary combination. It's starting to become a pretty formidable team on clay. I mean, she's made the 4th round of the last 2 Masters on clay, which she had never really done, right? She'd never really played well on clay before. She's one match away from a 4th round here at Roland Garros. I think for the first time, maybe the second time, maybe. She'll play Sabalenka or Kazatkina, which most likely will be Sabalenka. Oh, sorry, she's never made it past the 3rd round. This will be her first. If she wins this match, it'll be her first 3rd round, her best tournament here. Hasn't made it to the 3rd round since 2019, when she was the number 1 in the world. Lost to Siniakova in straight sets that day. A lot of pressure on Osaka back then, if you remember. When she was number 1, she struggled a lot. 2018, she lost to Keys, who was higher ranked than her in the 3rd round. And in 2016, she lost to Halep in the 3rd round. But Halep was number 6 seed and Osaka was unseeded. So, yeah. So, they're a pretty scary team. 15-0. And it's clearly making Osaka better. As the return goes in from Jovic, Osaka wins the point though. Jovic hit it long. All right. 40-15 Osaka. All right. First serve was a fault, second serve. Hadar is getting the right way to win. How do you mean? So in the back of Jovic. Great return winner by Jovic. 40-30. 40-30. As the return goes back to Osaka, corner from Jovic. That's a winner. All right, we get the deuce. All right, deuce. 7 to the backhand of Jovic. Backhand from Osaka. Again, the backhand of Jovic. Osaka up the line. Jovic with the forehand goes into the backhand of Osaka again. Now Jovic backhand up the line. Osaka slices in the net. Jovic, too aggressive for Osaka, and it's advantage Jovic to get the break. Advantage Jovic. Now we had a fault second serve. As return goes the net by Jovic. And it's back to deuce. Schweider took the first. Ooh. The schedule for tomorrow hasn't come out yet, no. All right, advantage Osaka. Great serve. I'm betting against Sasha every match now. If he wins, I will make nice coin. Oh, if he doesn't win, I'll make some nice coin. If he wins, if he does win, I'll be happy. Fair enough. Okay. Advantage, Osaka. First serve, default, second serve. As we get a backhand rally up the line now from Jovic. Osaka forehand goes back up the line. Slice Jovic. Goes out and Osaka holds. 4-3 first set. All right, 4-3. All right. What are we doing? So looking at the favorites here. So the favorites for the French on the women's side, it's still Swiatek slightly ahead of Sabalenka, very slight. And then you've got equal third is Gauff Andreeva as the equal third favorites. Then you've got Svitolina, Kostyuk, Kostya, Anisimova, Mboko, Jovic, Osaka way back. But yeah, so Swiatek slight favorite ahead of Sabalenka. Gauff Andreeva, Svitolina, Kostyuk. I don't know why, but I picked Gauff to win. Svitolina is definitely maybe a bit of a outsider. It's so crazy to see, though, but on the men's side, Zverev is the heavy favorite. He is the shorter favorite than Swiatek. And then Ruud and Hadar are second favorite, almost equal, and then Fonseca, which is interesting. FAA after that, and then Fran Cerundolo, Rublev, Kaboli, Menchik, and it drops off. But, yeah. Zverev is the outright favorite. Very heavy favorite, which is very scary for everybody else to see. And then Ruud, Hadar, Fonseca. Obviously, Ruud, Hadar. So Ruud, Fonseca are probably not. Whoever wins that match will be second favorite, right? If Fonseca beats Ruud, Fonseca will be second favorite. If Ruud beats Fonseca, maybe him and Zverev will be closer. Because I think that match, obviously, one's going to lose. So. And then Hadar. What's Carreño Busta paying tomorrow? I don't know why, but Carreño Busta is underrated, man. And Hadar, everyone's going off. Carreño Busta's a machine. All right, pretty big underdog. Maybe I'll go with I don't know. Anyways, 4-4 rally. Up the line. Winner from Osaka, 15-0. Can Bencic beat Svitolina? What's their record? They must have played a bunch, right? Yeah, 4-2 Svitolina. Including a match in Dubai this year where Svitolina won in 3. They've only played on clay once. That was Charleston green clay in 2014. So you got to say Svitolina wins. She's had such a good year. She's only had one bad loss, and that was to Bondare, who she has a bad time against. She's been so good. Svitolina should win that. She's having a better time than Bencic. As it a fine out of the backhand of Osaka, but Osaka in the net. 40-15. 40-15. Serve again. Into the backhand of Osaka. Jovic backhand to the forehand of Osaka. Jovic forehand up the line. Win up. All right, 4-4. Potapova will beat Gauff easy tomorrow. Or easily today. Last time she defeated Gauff 2-3 on clay. No. No. Don't say that. Ah, 4-all. Hadar has a great chance of winning French. A good finals chance at the French. Oh, man, it sucks when when will his body give out? That's the question, because he's unfortunately, had he have not shown any signs of cramping or any signs of fatigue in the last couple of weeks, I would not be doubting him. But that's the only doubt I have. Has he got the game? Yes. Has he got the fearlessness? Yes. Has he got the mentality? Hell yeah. Nothing to lose. But is his body ready? Because we're only 3 matches in. And I'm just worried about physically how much more his body will be able to take. Could Hadar be defaulted for the incident with the ball kid? Yeah, so that incident was baloney. Nothing happened. So, again, I feel like people need to clarify this, because Hadar didn't do anything wrong. If you look at the, and I retweeted the camera angle that shows that he didn't push anybody, and that she tripped on the back. She tripped on the ground on the thing. I find it so frustrating as Osaka to win a 30-all. I find it so mean, so harsh to Hadar that when it looked like he did do something, when it looked like he did push her out of the way, everybody loses their minds. But then when it's clarified that he didn't, nobody corrects themselves. And that is the problem, because everybody's already made up their minds. Everybody's already seen, like, oh, he's a bad person. What a spoiled guy. What a terrible person. But then people don't go back and clarify. Actually, no, sorry, that was I made a mistake. Here's the camera angle that shows that he actually didn't do that. And then, like, people can go, oh, okay, maybe I was a little harsh. Maybe I shouldn't have, And I hate that people nobody corrects that. Because obviously, like, the, 40-30 great winner by Osaka. Obviously, the headline would be, people want to watch the video of him pushing her, because it's more, it helps their
Cambodia.
Hey, thank you, Cambodia, for the 20. Appreciate that. By the way, thank you, Be True, for becoming a member as well. Yeah, it's sad. As with a 4-1 winner by Osaka, and it's 5-4. But look, I can't do anything about people on Twitter or whatever, right? That they do what they do, right? But my responsibility to you guys is that watch that video that I retweeted on Twitter, and then if you're in the mind of like, oh, Hadar did something terrible, watch the video that I reposted and watch the angle of that and see where, like, again, see how he explained in the press conference, and then watch that video. He clearly is gesturing to his dad / coach, and she trips over before he moves his arm. So there's no pushing. She tries to dodge him because he's walking out, like he's walking straight for the door and looking up, so he can't see. By the way, He's like 6'3". This was a ball kid. So he's looking up like this. He can't see her, right? So she's trying to get out of his way. And then he's gesturing up to the coach. So, again, my responsibility is to inform you guys. So if you guys are like, oh, I heard Hadar's a really bad person. No. He's not a bad person. Go watch that video and hopefully that clarifies it for you guys. We can't change the opinions of people that on other places, right? But here, I will stand and correct anybody who was maybe ill-informed on that situation. Because it's not fair on a young player like him, who's already under immense pressure because he's one of the favorites to win this tournament now. He's already got a lot of hype behind him, and a lot of people are like, Fonseca gets it too, right? A lot of hype also equals a lot of hate, right? So he's going to have a lot of people going back and forth being like, I love this guy, I hate this guy, and any reason to hate on him. But this is not a reason to hate on him because he didn't do anything wrong. So, again, I hope people can clarify their opinion of him, and at least, and look, you might watch that video and still be like, I don't like him. Okay, fine. But the best I can do is at least give you the different perspective and give you give him a chance because he deserves that. He's a young player. He doesn't deserve all this literally unnecessary hate. There's no reason for, nobody should be hating on him. He didn't do anything. It's just so mean to him. He's just a kid. Exactly. Yeah, but people just like drama. So, they're not going to correct the. That's why, even when you guys were talking about it yesterday, I saw it. The second I saw it, I'm like, I need another camera angle because that doesn't look like it. It doesn't, that could be it just didn't seem like he would do that. So, show me another angle. And we saw the other angle and look, we saw the other angle and he looked fine. He didn't do anything. So, yeah. Anyways, that was yesterday. Today's today. 15-all. 15-all. It clearly shows that she tripped. Hadar didn't even touch her, yet people are ignorant to believe and misrepresent him. Yeah. I saw the video multiple times, and he didn't even push her, and he explained it what happened, and I believe him. Yeah, for sure. All right, backhand winner by Osaka, but I think the umpire's going to check if the ball was out by Osaka on the second shot. It was out. All right, so 30-15 Jovic. All right, 30-15. The trouble is that's what he'll be remembered for. No, it won't. Because every person that comes in here and says that and go, oh, I don't like him because he did this, I'm going to be correcting them. He won't be remembered for that because I won't allow it. 30-15. As a return goes in the forehand of Jovic, and Jovic hits it out. 30-all. As Jovic serves again. As a return goes into the backhand of Jovic. Osaka back into the backhand of Jovic up the line. Osaka slice on the stretch. Jovic to the forehand. Osaka hits it back with her forehand, but it's in the net. 40-30. 40-30. All right, 40-30. As Jovic serves. I think Jovic thought it was deuce. She was on the wrong side. All right, serve. Give the foot of Osaka. Return goes to the foot of Jovic. Great shot. Osaka slices it back. Jovic comes in. Puts away the win up. And it's 5-5. All right, chat. We've got another match coming up, which I'm very excited for this one. I feel like this match is... we could be watching a match between one of the finalists of this tournament here. Cobolli and Tien. One of these guys could be in the final, which is, I don't think, strange to say. I think it's very plausible. All right, what's going on? Welcome to day 7. We're halfway through today. We're halfway through the tournament today. We've still got another 8 days to go, but big day. We're up the top half of the draw for the men, and we're trying to figure out who is going to make the final, because obviously no Sinner means new finalist, new champion, potentially from the top half. The bottom half of the draw is still where I think the favorites are. Nadal, Fonseca, Ruud, Zverev. But the top half of the draw, one of these guys is going to make a final. A Grand Slam final, and it could be Cobolli or Tien. This feels like 5 sets. This feels like a 5-setter. But let's see if these guys can live up to the moment here, because the opportunity, not just for Zverev and Ruud, has opened up, but the opportunity for all the top guys, top half of the draw too. I mean, Cobolli and Tien could be a French Open champion by the end of this tournament. One of these guys has a legitimate chance of winning a trophy. That is massive. We've got Osaka Jovic going on. It's 5-5. 30-15. I'm going Cobolli in 5, you reckon? Okay. Tien was a bit fortunate to get through the last match. As that goes out by Jovic on the return, 40-15. Cobolli in 4 for me. He's better clay quarter. Yeah, I love Cobolli's attitude. He is just such a... He reminds me of Fognini. Like, he's just got that Fognini... He's just got that flair, right? He's like... You know how, like, the French players, the Italians, they just have this, like... I don't know what it is. Like, it's flair, but it's like... They just have this, like... A little bit of carefree, right? They're not like... They're not going to play the smart shot or the percentage shot. They're going to play the fancy shot. They're going to be a little bit of a show-off at times. And I love that. And I love that about Cobolli. You know, he's just like, you know what? I know the right shot is to go cross court, but I'm going to hit a drop shot between my legs. And you're like, okay. Like, they're creative. They're just a little bit more creative. A little bit more artistry, right? They're a little bit more creative liberty, right? Whereas Tien is grind. You know, I'm gonna play the smart shot. Yeah, showmanship. That's it. Yeah, they're a little bit showmanship. Yeah, he's got that. Definitely from the same, you know, Fognini, mold, right? Whereas Tien is just going to grind this match out. This is going to be so fun. They played once before. It was actually last year in Beijing, and Tien won easily. Straight sets 3-2. So, different time now, though. 14 versus 18.
The swagger of Cobolli is classic Italian.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's just got that swagger as well, hasn't he? Whereas Tien's kind of got that. Tien's just more like he's gonna do the right thing. Like he's the good boy, right? He doesn't, you know, really draw outside the lines. Whereas Cobolli doesn't even, he does something else. He's doing other things. Nobody's talking about Berrettini? Yes, they are. A lot of people are talking about everybody. 6-5 Osaka. Yeah, it's going to be a fun contrast. Tien's defense and shot making against Cobolli's flair. I don't know what this tournament has become so interesting because every match now has so much at stake. And we talked about this yesterday with Tommy Paul when he lost and how sad that was. Like every player that loses this tournament from now on has lost one of the biggest opportunities ever. Even if you're like 19, like this is still like, you might not know it until like later in your life when you're like, oh shit, I could have won a slam that week. But like, it feels like every single match on the men's side now is a final. Like it feels like All these matches, the stakes are just way up, especially for the seeds. Like, the seeds playing each other, every seeded match feels like a final. Because, like, Cobolli and Tien, one of these guys could win the French Open. Like, it's a legit... Like, Cobolli can beat Zverev, right? On clay. You know, Tien can beat those guys as well. Like, Tien and Cobolli can beat Ruud and Zverev, right? Like, nobody... Like, there is no favorite, really. There's no underdog, really. Like, it's just all... Like, there's players that are, like, slightly better chance of winning, but, like, even then, it's like, are they? Because we don't trust the favorites. But we also respect the underdog, so it's like, who is going to win this damn thing? All right, 15-0. There's been a 4-4 rally. Osaka again, the forehand of Jovic up the line to the backhand of Osaka on the stretch. Osaka gets a wide. And it's 30-15 Jovic. I'm not really confident with Sasha winning RG. Well, that's the thing, right? Saka is on a tear. All right. 30-15. Jovic serves. A let. Saving 2 match points and hitting 80+ winners and 80+ winners from Tommy Paul. Casper's first Grand Slam this time. God, I'd love that. I would absolutely love that for him. 30-15. As a backhand return in the net by Osaka, 40-15. If you're Casper Ruud, you've got to, except for like the fact you play 2 5-setters, you've got to be the most confident of the bunch. Because you're the one you've made more Grand Slam finals at this tournament than anybody left in the draw. The only guys you've lost to at this tournament in the finals have been GOATs, right? Nadal, Djokovic. You know that you can beat Zverev here, right? And the second time they played and Ruud lost to Zverev, Ruud was sick in that semi-final. Ruud won the first set and then he fell into a hole. So, like, the only guy, like the guy that is the favorite, you know you can beat here. You've got to be confident. It's like, Ruud's got to be feeling, like, it sucks that he's got to play Fonseca and then maybe Rublev. Like, that's a tough road. But he's got to be, like, Zverev's the favorite and he's probably, like, feeling a lot of pressure. Ruud's not the favorite. He's the second favorite. But he's probably the most confident and probably believes in himself a little bit more than Zverev, I would say. Because he knows that, like, oh, well, I nearly won this tournament twice. I mean, Zverev did make the final lose to Alcaraz here, but I don't know. Would you rather be Ruud or Zverev right now? If you're at the French Open and you could switch bodies with one of them, who would you rather be right now? Would you rather be Ruud or would you rather be Zverev? I think I'd rather be Ruud. I'd rather be Casper Ruud because nobody's really expecting him to win. He's one of the favorites, but I don't think not all eyes are on him. All eyes are on Zverev. Zverev's draw is also easier too, like on paper. Anyways, deuce. Osaka trying to break here. Has been a forehand rally. Another one from Jovic goes long, and we've got Osaka with a set point here. Zverev, okay. You want to be Zverev? You rather be Zverev? Okay. Ruud, Zverev. Ruud's played 15 sets. Ruud played like 15 sets. No, he's only played... No, he hasn't. He's only played 13. He's only played 2 5-setters. Ruud could gas out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Zverev winning. Okay. Ruud 2 finals at French. He is, yeah. All right. Ruud's cooked, though? Maybe. Zverev. Ruud. Okay. Anyways, advantage Osaka. To take the first set here in just under an hour. So the back of Osaka, back into Jovic. To the back of Osaka, Jovic wins a point. Osaka overhits it. And we get the deuce. All right, Cobolli and Tien are warming up. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. As we serve again. And forehand of Osaka. Forehand now from Jovic. The forehand of Osaka off the tape. Jovic gets it. Osaka backhand. Jovic volleys. Osaka backhand. Jovic in the ground. And Osaka apologizes straight away. Unlucky for Jovic. Advantage Osaka. That was unlucky. She played a good point. She recovered well. It was a good volley, and then Osaka with the drive volley and the two-handed apology. Set point. Number 2 for Osaka as we had a serve into the back of Osaka. Return. Goes the backhand of Jovic. Osaka forehand again, the backhand of Jovic. But Osaka overhits it. And we get back to deuce. All right. Deuce. There's a return. Goes in, but Jovic puts away the winner. Advantage Jovic. Advantage Jovic to take us to a tiebreak. As a Zverev fan, I really hope he proves everyone wrong, even though I have doubts about him getting this over the line. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I feel that. As Jovic forehand winner. All right, we're going to a tiebreak. Jovic holds after saving 2 set points. Why is nobody trusting Fonseca? He's a baby, but he just beat Djokovic. It's going to boost his confidence. Yeah, but... Well, I'm a massive Fonseca fan, but you just have the greatest victory of your career. One of the greatest victories one of the biggest wins. One of the biggest results in recent history. How are you going to back it up and play 4 more matches? That's the hard part, right? It's not about doubting his talent, and doubting his abilities. His level is awesome, but it's about backing that up. Can he do it again against a lesser player, like a lesser ranked player, right? I mean, not only does he have to beat Ruud, he also then has to go beat Rublev potentially, and then maybe Zverev, and then whoever in the final. There's a lot. It's a long way to the final. Had he have beaten him in the semis, if it was Djokovic Fonseca semi and he'd won, then maybe the final it would be, or even the quarters, right? You'd be like, oh, maybe he can do it. I think it's still too far away. Fonseca's still got a long way to go, and that's why nobody is safe right now. And Fonzie's played 2 5-setters back-to-back. And even though he looks like a machine, there's got to be some sort of fatigue. As Osaka gets backhand wide 1-1. But again, this is the best thing about this tournament, is that we'll all just find out. Wait and see. Because Ruud's also played 2 5-setters. I love 30 for Caboli, by the way. There's Tien forehand to the forehand of Caboli. Into the forehand of Tien. Caboli backhand. Again to the forehand of Tien. It's Caboli slice up the line. That's a great shot. Tien slices it back, though. Caboli forehand. Goes in the net. We're going to see some cool rallies in this one. 15-30. The difference between Ruud and Fonseca, though, is that Ruud's seasoned, right? He's a seasoned pro. Fonseca hasn't played this high level and intensity of tennis ever. This is his first time doing this, right? And experience, right? Ruud has so much more experience in those legs and in his body. There's just a lot more unknowns with Fonseca. How's he going to respond? How's he going to react? How's he going to back it up, right? Mentally and physically. Mentally as well, though. You basically called the Ruud Paul match yesterday for Paul. When? We didn't even watch that match. There you go. I gave you attention. Now you can leave. 2-1 Osaka. Caboli's got break points already. as the return from Jovic goes out. (3-1). By the way, Alex, you got to go check out my predictions. I put Ruud in the final, mate. Why would I be calling it for Ruud? Calling for Paul when I picked Ruud. Osaka with an ace. Go watch my predictions. I picked Ruud to make the final. By the way, all those Djokovic fans that were like so mad at me, can you please apologize to me? Because I need you to. I need to feel. I feel bad about. I don't feel bad, but you made me feel bad. Caboli holds a break. Sorry, and he's at 1-love already. All those Djokovic fans that were coming after me, being like, "You can't believe you picked Nole to lose." Yeah, I picked him to lose to Ruud. Stand by that. 4-1. I stand by that. I deserve an apology. 4-2. You were very mean to me. You talked about in the first set, you said Paul was effectively the winner. No, wait, when? What, while we're watching the crazy Djokovic match? Yeah, okay. I'm sure I was really thinking about Ruud and Paul when while I was watching Fonseca Djokovic. I was really, putting my, making my brain work overtime. All right. 4-2 Osaka. You were calling the match way early yesterday, that's all. I don't remember. I don't know when that happened. 4-2. Whatever I said about other matches, I wasn't focusing on, then you probably shouldn't be thinking that hardly about. As it a 4 now to the back end of Jovic is out, 5-2. We're watching like an epic 5-setter with Djokovic. Whatever I was talking about with Ruud and Paul, I mean, fuck, mate. I wasn't even watching that match. I was seeing the scores. I picked Ruud to make the final. Why would I be doubting him? All right, 5-2. Osaka. And we have a fault second serve. Second serve. In the backhand of Jovic. Osaka backhand in the net. It's 5-3. 5-3. You should reach around a K today or tomorrow? Nah. I don't think today or tomorrow. All right, 5-3. Osaka still with the mini break. Good serve. 6-3. She got more set points, Osaka. Take this first set. I would love Osaka Jovic to win. Love both. Well, one of them's going to win, so that's exciting. All right, 6-3. Jovic to serve. Osaka's got more set points. Jovic serves. To the backhand, Osaka in the net. Jovic saves another one. 6-4 Osaka. Also Caboli, he's got a break, but 30-all on his serve as he hits a 4 up the line. TM with a slice. Caboli, forehand inside in winner. God, I love a good inside in winner. There's such a good shot. Just ripping up the middle or up the line. I love a inside in forehand. What a shot. I'll tell you what, if Caboli versus Fonseca in the final, I have to go to Japan and find that shirt. At least I only have to find the one shirt because they're both wearing the same outfit. But by the way, is it actually, can I not get that shirt in Australia? Is that actually a thing? I can't get it here. Is that a thing? That's crazy that they don't ship to Australia. We are a Grand Slam hosting nation. How can you not send tennis outfits to us? As Osaka in there, we're back. Sorry, we're not back on serve yet. Jovic is back slightly. But it's still set point Osaka, and it's on her serve. Okay, where the hell is that outfit? All right, 6-5. Osaka serves into the forehand of Jovic. Forehand from Osaka to the forehand of Jovic. Osaka forehand again. Jovic goes up the line. Osaka with the backhand on the stretch. Jovic gets it back. Osaka back in the rally with a forehand inside out. That's a great shot. Jovic slice. Osaka forehand. Inside in winner. Finally gets the set. Osaka. Songda's watching Tien Kaboli. We love that. Osaka takes the first set. That was a little bit harder than... Well, it was always going to be hard, but she gets it done eventually. That took a little bit longer than maybe she wanted. Over an hour. A lot of set points, but finally she takes the set. All right. First set to Osaka. All right, Jovic is going to the bathroom. As Kaboli hits the backhand into the forehand of Tien. Love 15, Kaboli. Tien with the forehand to the backhand of Kaboli. Again, the forehand of Tien. Kaboli backhand up the line. Tien gets it back to the forehand of Kaboli. Now Tien with the forehand on the stretch. Kaboli comes in with the drive volley winner. Love 30. Whew. Kaboli came to play. Love 30. All right. I love 30s. The return goes to backhand of Tien. Backhand from Kaboli into the forehand of Tien. Kaboli backhand goes wide. And it's 15-30. All right. First is a fault by Tien. Second serve. Backhand return goes in the forehand of Tien. Backhand Kaboli sliced. To the backhand of Tien. Kaboli, another backhand to the forehand of Tien. Kaboli, another backhand into the Tien forehand. Tien in the net though. It's 15-40. A chance for a double break Kaboli to start this match. All right, first serve a fault by Tien. Second serve. Second serve into the backhand of Kaboli. Tien with the forehand up the line. That's a great shot. Kaboli gets back with a slice. Tien forehand cross court. Kaboli gets out with the backhand. As Tien in control. Kaboli doing a lot of running. Tien with a volley. Kaboli with a slice lob. Tien with a smash. Goes out. Kaboli, great hustle. Kaboli's got a double break. 3-love. Great running from Kaboli. And he's off to a great start here. 3-love. Cerundolo sometimes been a bit shaky, and this is the perfect score for nervous play. I agree. If I look at the draw, right, and I pick I want to point out the players that I'm scared for, because there are a lot of players that have, like, obviously this is a massive opportunity, right? Cerundolo is one of them. He's a guy that before today I would have gone, yeah, he might not make it, right? I'm scared for FAA. For sure. Felix is on my radar, is like, we gotta watch him because he could lose. I'm not so worried about Berrettini because Berrettini is so low ranked right now that, like, I think people are expecting Landaluce to do better. But Berrettini is a little bit on my radar. Big Foe's on my radar because, I mean, what an opportunity for him. I mean, because it's on clay, maybe if this was the US Open, we'd be like, Foe could win the whole thing. But on clay, it's like, he made the quarters last year, so maybe he could make the semis. But yeah, FAA, Fran Cerundolo are two guys today that I'm like very worried for because this is a great opportunity, and those are two guys that might get a little nervous. They might be nervous. And you got to remember on the other side of things, the inspiration that all the other guys, the underdogs, are going to be inspired because they know that these guys will be nervous because their opportunity is right now. But then these other guys who are underdogs, they know that they can upset them. Like the upsets haven't ended. It's not like the tournaments. We're not going to get any. Like Djokovic losing is going to be not going to be the last upset. We're going to get another one. I don't know who it is, but we're going to get more. There's going to be others. I love 15. Great backhand winner from Tien. Yes, Cerundo is down 2 sets to love. Like, it's crazy. Nobody is safe. Nobody's safe. There's been a 400 from Cavalli. That goes wide. Love 30. Love 30. All right. Love 40. Tien, a chance to get the break back. One of the breaks back. Watch Caboli win the tournament. That'd be fun. Being a Rude fan and watching the draw may be the most scared I've been since Sinner Medi 2024 AO. Watching the draw may... Okay. All right. Caboli with the fault second serve. Jovic just coming back in the bathroom. As a return goes in the net by Tien. 15-40. All right, one saved from for Caboli. 15-40. Jovic to serve. 75-minute first set. Marathon first set. There's a point up the line from Caboli into the front of Tien. Caboli backhand into the net. And there's the break back. One of the breaks back for Tien. 3-1. Schedule's out. Shit, that's quick. Ooh, okay. Oh, it's a good schedule. See, this is when we have a lot of upsets like we have, the schedule actually comes out really, really good because there's matches that we don't have to watch, which is nice. But there's a lot of matches that we're definitely going to watch. And they're all center court. Yeah, we got some fire tomorrow. Yeah, center court is on fire tomorrow. Rude versus Fonseca at night is insane. That is going to be insane. And look, they did. That's the right move. That was the right. That was exactly what should be. That match is the match of the day. Hodar Carreño Busta is not a night session. There's no Frenchman playing. Zverev's played. He's played 2 night sessions. Give him a day session. Plus, it's not even going to be hot tomorrow. Yeah, Rude Fonseca is the move. That's the night session. That should be the night session. And it gives both guys enough time to be, to overcome their 5-setters, right? Because they both came back from 2 sets down yesterday. 15:30 here, Kaboli looking for that double break again. Yeah, Mejik Rublev is fun, but I don't think that I mean that shouldn't have been the night session. That's exactly where it should be. But yeah. All right, Kaboli, 15:30 here. Or someone in the crowd, something's happened. The paramedics are out, taking someone out. Hopefully they're okay. As Kaboli hits that out, 30-0. Yeah, it's a good schedule. All right, 30-0. As Tien serves. A fault. Second serve. Yeah, today will be the last hot day. And then next week we're getting rain. As it goes out by Tien, Kaboli, 30-40 to get the double break. $30-40. Kaboli with the forehand return, but it's a fault from Tien. Second serve. That was out. The umpire just confirming. Second serve. And that's a double fault, Tien. I'll tell you this, chat. I don't know why, but Tien throws in some stinkers. Like he plays some terrible tennis at times. Like he is Mr. Consistent, like Mr. Consistent, right? When he doesn't give away errors, but when he does, he gives away a lot of errors. Like there's matches where he just like today, he is just playing horrible, double faulting, error galore. Like he is. I don't know why he just throws in these absolute stinking matches. As Jovic holds 1-love in the second. But he is playing horrible right now, Tien. Yeah. He's already hit 13 errors. 4 of them, 4 double faults. Is that serious? Has he already hit 4 double faults? No. Surely not. That's crazy. Yeah, he's hit 4 double faults already. Jeez. He's playing shocking. All right. And showing the performance tracker for the first set. Very even. Towards the end. Sakkari's going 3. Olennikova is taking out Schneider at the moment too, which is interesting. All right. As we had a drop shot from Cerundolo, reading the chat. From Kaboli. Kaboli, beautiful drop shot. Tien hits it out in the forehand, 15-love. All right. 15-love. Serve out wide. The forehand of Tien around the net goes wide. 30-love. Fonseca Hadar final. It can't be a final. They're on the same half. Forehand up the line from Osaka's a winner, and it's 30-love. It's a semi-final at best. It can only be a semi. They're in the same half. They can't play the final. 30-love Kaboli. Second serve ace. Whew. Now, the winner of this Tien Cobolli match will take on the winner of Schweider and Cerundolo. So, right now, the winner of this match would love their chances of making the quarters. 40 love. As a return goes into the forehand of Cobolli. Forehand from Tien. Cobolli's going to get there with a slice. And then Tien forehand goes wide. Cobolli just too good on the hustle. 5-1. All right, Osaka to level the second. Cobolli is dominating. Osaka with an ace. All right, 1-1. All right, 5-1 Cobolli. All right, Cobolli, 15 love for Tien, and then Cobolli backing up the line goes long, and it's 30 love. Tien serves again. Into the forehand. Nope, that's a let from Tien. 15 love Jovic. Turn from Osaka to the back of Jovic. Oh, a lovely backhand from Osaka, and Jovic had to hit in the net. It's too strong from Osaka. 15 all. As Tien gets a 40 love. Return goes back into Tien, and then Cobolli hits it out. All right, Tien holds, finally. It's 5-2. Cobolli's going to serve the first. 15-30 Osaka. $15-30 as Jovic serves again. A fault, second serve. Serve to the back of Osaka. Forehand from Jovic into the forehand of Osaka. Up the line to the back of Jovic. Osaka with a forehand cross-court winner. 15-40. Osaka's taken over. 15-40. All right, 15-40. Osaka to get the break in the second. Serving the front of Osaka, front of Jovic. That's a win-up. Nice shot from Jovic. 30-40. 30-40. And I'm going to fault second serve. All right, Osaka does get the break. Jovic makes the error. And Osaka up a set and a break. All right, 30 love Cobolli, 2 points away. I'm taking the first set. This Schweider guy is ruining all my multis this week. Oh, God. I tell you, chat, this is not a tournament to be betting on. Right now, I feel like on the men's side, you gotta avoid it, man, because like nobody's safe. There's no safe picks. There are no safe picks. 40 Love, you're putting together a parlay with a bunch of men's matches is just burning money for no reason. Like, it's just a waste of time. We are in unprecedented times. Nobody knows what's going to happen for the rest of the day tomorrow. Nobody knows. We haven't been in this situation for a long, long time. Nobody knows what's going on. As Cien hits a return wide, there's the first set. Kabali 6-2. Like, nobody's safe. Nobody's guaranteed. Nobody should be. You should not trust any of the ATP. All right, Osaka with a set and a break. I would just save it for Wimbledon. Save for Wimbledon, when we might get some normality back, but it's just too risky. Everyone's bracket's about to break except for the Zverev diehards. What is my? I haven't even looked at my bracket. When Sinner lost, I'm like, oh well, that was fun for a minute. Let me have a look. How are we doing? Oh, I'm actually doing all right on the women's side. So that's fun. What about on the men's bracket? I'm sure my men's bracket's like really, really good. All right, so Sinner, Tsitsipas, Vachereau. I need Kaboli's my only hope at the top half. I need Kaboli to make the semis. And then I've got Rublev versus Rude. Okay, that's possible. Hodar, Zverev. Okay. All right, bottom half of the draw is still intact. Okay. All right. I'm not mad. What about my women's draw? How's that going? So I still got Sabalenka. Pegula lost. Zheng lost. Raducanu lost. But I did have Svitolina beating Raducanu in the semis, so that's still a thing. I've got Andreeva, Swiatek, Svitolina, Gauff, Anisimova winning another one, Mboko winning another match. Okay, it's not terrible. Anyways, Jovic, love 40 to get back on serve. No, I didn't. I had Fonseca losing to Djokovic. And then I had Rude beating Djokovic. Love 40. As the return goes into the backhand of Osaka, 4 now from Jovic. As Osaka 4 up the line, Jovic with the backhand cross. Osaka gets it back, but hits it in the net on the backhand. Jovic back on serve, 2-2. Two all. All right, good fight back. Two all. I'll tell you though, my ATP fantasy team is holding on to dear life. I've got Zverev, Kaboli, Rude, Hodar, and Cerundolo. So I need Fran to create, do what the others have done and come back from the dead. Do a Casper Ruud, do a Fonseca, do something. All right, 30 love. But I'm still 241 in the world, so I'm still not mad at that. All right. 40 love for Jovic. I'm going to fault second serve. Right, 40-15. So love 40 for Caboli as he tries to get the break in the second. As Jovic hits it out, and it's 40-30. Cerundolo breaks back. Hope. Come on now. Come on, Fran. Your brother came back from 2 sets of love down against the number 1 in the world. Come on now, you can do it. Ace from Jovic. As that goes out by Tien. Caboli breaks. First game of the second. 1 love. 1 love. Caboli setting a break. Farrier looks dangerous against Foe. Yeah, all the seeds are should be scared. Thoughts on Anisimova's chances? She should win today. She should overpower Parry, I think, today. I thought I was doing so badly in the ATP, but I'm actually top 1,000. Yeah, I'm shattered that my triple bounce was on Sinner and it got me nothing. I should have put it on Zverev, but I wasn't going to pick Zverev. Zverev just served so many aces though. That's the thing. Like Zverev has served 30 aces. By the way, Rude has also served a lot of aces. He served 37 aces. He might be leading the ace count for Roland Garros. Is he leading the ace count? Let me check. He's got to be up there, right? Of course, I can't navigate the French Open website without having to... Where the hell's the stats? We had this problem last year, I remember. It's annoying. Where is the stats for the tournament? How do I find tournament stats? On the website, not on the app. Does anybody know? All right. 30 love Caboli. Where are they? Where are the stats? Players. It was under players, wasn't it? Players. I don't know. Does anybody know how to find the stats on the website? All right. Nice serving from Osaka. 40 love. Yeah, overall tournament stats. Overall tournament stats I'm looking for. 40-30. Caboli to consolidate the break. Tien hits a beautiful winner, though. Hey, Rob, what's up? Hoping Big Foe goes deep. That'd be fun for him. That'd be great. 40-30 Caboli. Roof and second night session. Yep. No surprise. That's the match of the day easily tomorrow. As a return from Tien to the backhand of Caboli. Tien with a forehand into the backhand of Caboli. Is Tien again with the forehand to the backhand of Caboli. Tien with a forehand again to the Caboli backhand. Tien with another forehand to the backhand of Caboli. As Tien keeps going to the backhand of Caboli. As Tien keeps the forehand to the backhand of Caboli. And now Tien with the forehand in the open court. Caboli gets it. Tien with the backhand up the line is in the net. 2-love Caboli. He consolidates the break. All right. 3-0. Osaka holds. Where is Fonseca's ranking after the Novak victory? You don't get. By the way, we got to remember the ranking. If you win a if you win a second round, you don't get that many points. If you beat Djokovic, you don't get bonus points, right? That's not how the rankings work. It's not who you beat; it's how far you go, right? You could beat nobody and make the final and do better than somebody who beats all the top 10 players and makes the quarters, right? Like the ranking is not determined by who you beat. So he only got like 50 points or 100 points for winning because he beat the second round. It was the second round. Or third round. So he's probably got like 200 points, right? Or 100 points. You don't get bonus points for beating Djokovic. All right, 30-love Jovic. For AW Fantasy, you get extra points, don't you? Oh, that's different. We're talking about rankings, not AW Fantasy. All right. Jovic. Nice serving. Osaka, though, smokes the winner. 30-15. You can find cumulative ranking tournament stats by accessing the Info Slam leaderboard. That is the dedicated hub. So wait, where is that, though, Maurice? Because I know that was how we had to find it last year. But I can't remember where it was. Maybe you were the one who told me where it was. How do I find that on the site? Is there a... How do I find the hub? They don't have like a button for it. Hang on, I think I found it. Maybe? No? Alright, 40-15. No, 2001. Jovic holds 4-3. All right. Jovic 4-3 in the second. Cerundolo. Did Cerundolo get broken? No, he's up a break 4-2. All right. All right, 40-30 Tien as he goes to deuce. All right. Serving to the back of Caboli. Return goes into the forehand of Tien. Caboli puts up a lob. But Tien puts away the smash. Advantage Tien to get on the board in the second. Forehand now from Caboli into the forehand of Tien. Caboli forehand to the backhand of Tien. Tien hits it wide. We get back to deuce. A stats 38 for De Jong. Where are you seeing this? Where are you seeing this? All right, deuce. Tien trying to just get a game here. And Osaka hits a beautiful backhand. Up the line. And it's 30 love. And it's advantage Caboli for a double break. That goes out in the return from Jovic, 40 love. Tien's has a fault second serve. Second serve into the back end of Caboli. Tien with a forehand round the net, but Caboli's got the whole court to hit into. Great play by Caboli. All right, Caboli, double break. 3 love in the second. He is crushing Tien. All right, 4-all. Jovic serves. In the forehand of Osaka, Jovic. Forehand goes long. Love 15. Info Slam leaderboard. Okay, thank you, Fernie. Let's see if I can find that. Oh, found it. Okay. It's so annoying that they just don't have a link to this. Like, how do they not have like a in their menu? Why is it not just in the menu? It's so stupid that they don't have it available in the menu. What a dumb website. Okay, so it's De Jong with 38 aces. He must be leading. Maybe. All right, 15-0. No, Hurkacz is leading 59 aces. Taranti with 52. Then you've got Schweider and De Jong at 38, and then Ruud at 36. Okay. On the women's side, Kostruk's got 13 aces. Stern, Zachary, 13. And then Svitolina, 10. Interesting. Thanks, chat, for your help. I Googled it. Yeah, it's weird, though. The website just doesn't have, like, a simple, like, here are the stats. Like, well, that's crazy. That you have to go through, like... Do they not know that the website is not showing that? Like, they can put it in their menu. Like, you have to go through... got to go through the trenches to find it. All right, Osaka gets out in the return, and Jovic, she's up in this second set. 5-4. Jovic. Osaka's going to serve to stay in the set. 30 love, Caboli. Tien gets it back. Caboli crushes up the line. 40 love. Caboli. Caboli's forehand is on fire today. Love. Serving the forehand of Tien is a let. Maybe. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Serving the forehand of Tien. And Caboli forehand in the net. Zachary's down a break in the third. Oh, man. That's so... Damn it. Who mentioned Zachary in the chat to make us talk about her, to make her lose? Damn it. 4-15. First serve's a fault by Caboli. Second serve. Backhand return from Tien. Into the forehand of Caboli. Tien, cross-court forehand win-up. That's a better shot. 40-30. As we just serve again from Caboli to go to 4-love. And Osaka serving to stay in the set. 15-love. Serve to the backhand of Jovic. Backhand from Osaka in the net. It's 15-all. All right, Caboli serves again. Into the forehand of Tien. Forehand now from Caboli. It's Tien backhand. Again to the forehand of Caboli. Tien backhand up the line. Goes wide. It's 4-love. Ruud Fonseca is not the night match. False. It is the night match. 30-15. As Osaka serves again. I think another person in the crowd is requiring some medical attention. Jeez, is that two people in this match that have needed to be escorted out by medics? That's so scary. Uh, 30-15. There's a bit of let from Osaka. And she serves a fault. Second serve. There's a bit of backhand from Osaka into the slice of Jovic. Osaka comes to the net. Jovic to the pass. Osaka with a volley in the net. 30-0. All right, Cerundolo takes the third. Still a long way to go. All right, 30-all. Osaka in trouble. Osaka serves. The backhand of Jovic. Return goes out. 40-30. Clutch serving. As Tien comes in with a slice. Backhand Caboli in the nets. And Tien gets to 40-15 to try and get on the board. 40-30 Osaka. She serves a fault. Second serve. Serve to the front of Jovic. Good return to the front of Osaka. Jovic backhand into the front of Osaka. Osaka hits it long. And we get to deuce. Jovic trying to get this break. And take this set. Deuce. Osaka serves again. Into the front of Jovic. Osaka backhand. Cross court winner. Advantage Osaka. Beautiful shot. Advantage Osaka. And Tien gets a game. 4-1 Caboli. All right, Osaka serves again. Out wide, great serve. Return goes in. And Osaka puts away the drive volley. Okay, 5-5. Osaka keeps the set alive. Is the match between Tien and Kowali 3 or 5 sets? Best of 5. Best of 5. All right. 5-all. Back to Jovic. I think you'd like my play style. Yeah, we might watch her in the. Well, where's she in the draw? Who's she got coming up? Nisimova, maybe. Okay, we might watch her. She's a lefty. Short left-hander, so I'm guessing like Fernandez type. Got to figure out how to say her name first, but then we'll go from there. We'll wait until we get to that match to see yeah. Shvelinska. Love 15 Osaka. As the backhand return goes to the backhand of Jovic. But Osaka hit it out in the return. 15-all. Uh, 15-all. Oh, okay. CH is like H. All right, so I can't say it. We'll have to figure it out. 15-all. As Osaka backhand goes into the slice of Jovic. And Osaka eventually puts it away. 15-30. Who do you support, Arsenal or PSG? Up the Arsenal. You can't pronounce it without hearing it. Yeah, I'm going to have to hear it. 15-30. Serve in the back of Osaka. Back in it from Jovic up the lines. A winner. 30-0. It's easy to just say Valinska. Valinska. Is it like I don't know. I'll have to hear it and then I'll go from there. Your stream is glitching. But yeah. 30-0. Serve again. From Jovic. Osaka return goes long. All right. 40-30 Jovic. $40-30. Yeah, DJ, I think it's your internet because everyone else is fine. Everyone else seems fine. As we're falling now from Osaka, that goes long. Oh, Osaka's rackets go flying. Did Osaka just break her racket? Wow. Osaka, not happy. Racket went flying into the ground. Like she just throws her racket into the ground. Jovic goes to 6-5. Jeez, all right. I didn't realize Osaka was that annoyed? All right. All right, Osaka is down, but Jovic is still down a set, though. All right. Cool. All right, Kabali, by the way. Glitching for me too. It'll fix itself. All right, 40-30 as Caboli goes at the line of the back, the forehand to Tien. Drop shot Caboli. Oh, that's too good. Great shot. We get the deuce. All right, we get the deuce. 6-5 for Jovic. All right. Osaka serving to get to another tiebreak. 15-love. And Tien trying to not get go down just yet. As we get a forehand out of the backhand of Caboli. Oh, Caboli hits a clean winner up the line. And it's advantage Caboli to take a 2-sets-to-love lead. Advantage Caboli. Advantage Caboli for a 2-sets-to-love lead. Forehand from Tien to the back of Caboli. Passing shot goes long, and we get to deuce. So 30-love for Osaka. All right, 30-love Osaka. Yeah, Chad, I can't do anything about it. I don't know. It's going to just fix itself. Osaka with the winner, 40-love. Like, thanks for telling me, but there's nothing I can do. I got nothing. I mean, hey, yeah, can you fix the internet? Like, there's nothing I can do. 40-love. It'll fix itself. 40-love. Caboli with a set point. Serve to the forehand. Caboli. Return goes forehand of Tien. Caboli backhand. There's Tien with a forehand again. The backhand Caboli sliced. Into the backhand slice of Tien. Caboli backhand in the net. We get back to deuce. As Osaka hits a winner and we get to a tiebreak in the second. All right, who's winning the second set tiebreak? Yeah, we are over on Twitch. So, I mean, you can go check that if that's better. We are on Twitch as well, so go check that out if you haven't already. All right. Osaka Jovic, 2 hours played. Let's see if Jovic can take the set. All right. Advantage Tien to make Caboli serve the set. As Osaka hits it in the net on the return. 1-love. 1-0. 1-0. Serve again. As the return goes in the forehand of Osaka. Backhand from Jovic. Again, the forehand of Osaka. Jovic backhand cross court. Osaka gets it back to the backhand of Jovic. Up the line to the forehand of Osaka. Osaka gets it wide. 2-0 Jovic. Yeah, everything should be fine now. All right, everything's fine now. All right, 2-love. As Jovic with Osaka with an ace. And it's 2-1 Jovic. Jovic. 2-1 Jovic. As Jovic serves. The back of Osaka. Return goes into the back of Jovic. Osaka forehand. Again to the back of Jovic. Osaka up the line with the backhand. Jovic is going to get there. And then Osaka up the line goes wide. 3-1 Jovic. Jovic. All right. 5-2 Caboli. He's serving for a 2-sets-to-love lead. And he loses the first point, love 15. All right. Return goes out by Osaka. 4-1 Jovic. It's only 1 mini break, though. All right. As Jovic, too strong again. It's 5-1 Jovic in the tiebreak. All right, 5-1 Jovic. Caboli's down love 30. All right, 5-1 Jovic. Osaka to serve. Into the backhand of Jovic. Return goes up. And out. 5-2 Jovic. 5-2 Jovic. All right, Jovic serves again. A let. Now, 1 second, chat. All right. 5-2 as Osaka hits it out in the return. And it's 6-2 Jovic. 6-2 Jovic. Set points. Take us to a third. Also, Tien's got a break back point. Jovic serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Osaka. Great return. Jovic backhand in the net. Osaka gets one back. 6-3. 6-3 Jovic. All right, still set point for Jovic. 6-3. As the backhand return goes in the backhand of Osaka up the line of the forehand of Jovic. Osaka. Forehand goes wide. We're going 3. All right, we're going 3. Jovic takes the second in a tiebreak. This is actually kind of a banger. We've kind of got an insane match going on right now. All right. Jovic takes the second. Cobolli's got another set point here. Cobolli to take a 2-sets-to-love lead. Jovic is trying to ask, like, why am I getting time violations? All right, forehand from Tien to the backhand of Cobolli. Tien. Forehand again into the forehand of Cobolli. Tien with the forehand to the backhand of Cobolli as Tien, again, forehand to the backhand of Cobolli. Tien with another forehand on the stretch. Cobolli backhand in the net. We're back to deuce. All right, back to deuce. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. Yeah, over 2 hours played in the Osaka match as well. All right, Cobolli with an ace. Advantage Cobolli. In that second set, by the way, 12 winners, 18 errors by Osaka, 7 winners, 7 errors by Jovic. 2 break points, or 2 breaks to serve, I should say, out of 3 break points in that set as well. So very good serving, just taking their opportunities, though, when they get them. Cobolli says a fault second serve. One in the chat if everything's fine, if the internet's fine now. Or if it's stopped glitching. Backhand goes in. It goes out by Tien. All right. Cobolli's up 2-sets-to-love. 2-2. All right. One for now. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday night and it's raining, so everyone's at home watching Netflix. All right. Cobolli, 2-sets-to-love. Hoping that Osaka wins, but that doesn't happen when I'm watching. Well, go away. Shoot. Run up. Get out of here. Go on, get out of here. Get the hell out of here. Go on, get out of here then. Get out of this house. Get out of here. Go away. Get out of here. Security, get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here for his own good. Cam, do you believe that any version of Novak on clay ever can beat yesterday's Fonseca? 9 winners, 11 errors from Cobolli, 4 winners, 17 errors from Tien. Tien is having a shocking day. You don't look, if you're a Djokovic fan, you don't need me to answer that. Come on now. Come on now. You know, you don't need to. Come on now. There's no need for you to ask me that question as a Djokovic. If you're a Djokovic fan, you know the answer. Come on. Come on now. You don't need me to, like, make you feel better. It should be fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Djokovic losing Fonseca doesn't take anything away from Djokovic's career. What is that reaction supposed to mean? Fonseca was unplayable in 3 sets. Oh, wait, you're a Fonseca fan. Okay. Yeah, other versions of Djokovic could have beaten Fonseca, 100%. So, look, I'm a Fonseca fan, but I'm not. Yes, Djokovic 5 years ago wins that match. Yes. Djokovic, there are many versions of Djokovic that could have beaten Fonseca yesterday. Yes. He's not the greatest of all time for no reason. 39-year-old Djokovic couldn't beat him. 2026 Djokovic couldn't. 2023 Djokovic probably might have been able to, right? But no, I mean, and again, I'm a Fonseca fan, but like, yeah, previous versions of Djokovic would have won that match yesterday. He was up a break in the 5th. Previous versions don't give that up. I don't know if you're a Fonseca or a Djokovic fan, but what do you like? Are you asking me, or are you like? This feels like one of those questions where like you're asking me, but you have an answer already, and then like you're not actually asking me. You're actually just like waiting for me to answer, so then you can argue. And I don't want to do that. I'm bored by that. You're a boring person if you're doing that. Go get a hobby. Go learn how to draw or something. So we talked about Sinner being gassed, but no Nole being gassed or vomiting. Okay. What are we crying because life's unfair? Like, what do you want? What do you want from me? Like, what do you want? What do you mean? What are we doing? Why are we doing this? The full moon already? I didn't mean to be rude. Just really hyped on Fonseca yesterday. Hey, Fonseca's great, right? He's amazing. But you don't need to justify his greatness by like anybody going out there and saying that Fonseca would have beaten any version of Djokovic ever that's just not true, right? But you don't need to oversell that win yesterday. You don't need to be like, well, Fonseca yesterday could have beaten any Djokovic in history. No. You don't need to go that crazy. You don't need to do that. I mean, if anybody's coming in and dismissing Fonseca's win because it was against a 39-year-old whatever, then, okay, they're just sad, right? Who cares? But you don't need to oversell the win and be like, well, he would have beaten Djokovic from 10 years ago. No. Don't do that. But if someone's coming in and saying to you oh, well, Djokovic is an old man, so it doesn't count. Shut up. Those people are stupid. It does count. Djokovic was an old man at 38, in Australia, and he beat Sinner. So, what does that say, right? I mean, he lost to Alcaraz there, and everybody, just because Djokovic is old doesn't mean he's not Djokovic. He's still the greatest of all time, But yeah, you don't need to oversell the win yesterday by trying to prove that he could beat Djokovic in prime. No. Who cares? Doesn't need to beat Djokovic prime. He won yesterday. Yesterday counts. All right. Who's winning this final set? I'm going to go with Osaka. Djokovic is scary, but this guy's a freak. Oh, yeah. I mean, Fonseca was crazy. It was more that Fonseca kept his nerve at the end. That was the impressive part. He went to 5 hours and Djokovic wasn't 100% towards the second half of that match. But I mean, Djokovic being able to play 5 hours with Fonseca, but Fonseca, when Djokovic broke and when Djokovic was starting to push, Fonseca was down a break point to go to the tiebreak in the 5th and then serve 3 aces. I mean, that is incredible. And it's just one of those situations where Fonseca wanted it a little bit more towards the end. He went for his shots, and Djokovic maybe played a tad safe. Marginal. That's what it was so good. That's why it was such a great match. Because it came down to a few points at the end. And Djokovic, maybe Djokovic was expecting, some errors. So he wasn't going to try and overplay. But then Fonseca was just crushing forehands and going for the win. It was just awesome from both. It was awesome from both. Djokovic Djokovic was never going to go for the win, right? He was always going to be that's how he plays. He wasn't going to just all of a sudden start hitting winners. Djokovic is going to test your nerve, right? He's going to be all right, if you want to win, you better hit winners because I'm going to rally until you miss. That's how Djokovic has been, right? And many players have failed in that situation, right? But Fonseca, why he should get all the credit is because he crushed the forehand winners and served the aces when he needed them most and got the win. I mean, again, amazing. All right, 30-15. By the way, Jovic really fell away in that tiebreak. Sorry, Osaka really fell away in that tiebreak. She really fell off in that tiebreak, unfortunately for her. But Jovic, she took the tiebreak. We're going 3. All right, 1-love Osaka in the third. All right. In 40-15 here, Caboli, as he comes to the net. And he puts away the smash, and Caboli levels 1-1. 1-1 in the third. All right. 1-1 as Tien serves again. As Jovic double fault love 15. You only need 665 subs. I know, right? We're getting so close to the 300,000. That's crazy. All right, love 15 Osaka. As the return goes to the backhand of Jovic. Forward from Osaka. Again, the backhand of Jovic. Osaka backhand into the backhand slice of Jovic. Osaka comes in with a drive volley. And Jovic with a pass. Oh, it's a winner! Great shot from Jovic. All right, 15-0. Beautiful winner. Caboli 15-30. As he tries to get an early break in this third set. God, Caboli is just... He is on cruise control. So Berrettini-Comesaña is about to start as well. 15-30, backhand forehand rally as we're backhand again from Caboli. Forehand now from Tien to the backhand of Caboli. Tien with a forehand to the forehand of Caboli. Caboli hits a win up. Inside out winner, 15-40. All right, 15-0. Jovic serves to the back of Osaka. Jovic, backhand to the slice of Osaka. In comes Jovic with a drive volley. Osaka with a... Oh! She almost headbutted Osaka. I don't think she was expecting Jovic to go down the middle, and Jovic, I mean, she overran it and almost got her. Yeah, Osaka had to really dodge that one. She almost hit it, though. She almost hit it with a racket right next to her face. All right, Tien with a forehand again to the backhand of Caboli. Tien, forehand again to the backhand of Caboli. Tien with another forehand to the Caboli forehand. Crossed into the backhand of Tien. Caboli forehand again up the line. Shanked long, and it's 30-40. All right. 30-40. Break point for Caboli in the third. As we get a fault second serve. Caboli does break. He is up a break in the third. 2 sets of love. He is crushing Tien. All right. As that goes out on Osaka's return, and it's 1-1. Jovic holds. All right, 1-1. Back to Osaka. Back to Osaka. Oh, who got a code violation? Was that a time violation or a code violation? Did Osaka just get a code violation? Nah, that must have been a time violation. There's no way that was a code violation. For what? For eating a meal? 1-1. As with a 4 now from Osaka to the 4 Jovic. 4 from Osaka. Goes wide. God, that man is brave wearing an Arsenal shirt in Paris. That guy is brave. It was a time violation, was it? Okay. All right. Love 15. As Osaka gets 15-0. Caboli with 15 love. As Tien forehand return goes wide, and it's 30 love Caboli. All right. As Osaka, nice hitting, 30-15. W reference. At least somebody got it. 40 love Caboli. Caboli with a fault second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Jovic. Backhand up from Osaka to the front of Jovic. Osaka backhand. Into the backhand of Jovic. Drop shot's good. Osaka gets it. And Jovic to the pass. Osaka with a volley, though, is better. Woo! Great hands by Osaka. All right. Osaka leads 2-1 final set. This is a real battle. I'm so glad this is turning out to be like this. This is exactly what... This has got... It's almost... I mean, it's probably not as... Definitely not as high profile as the Djokovic match, but this does have a little bit of that Fonseca Djokovic vibe because, you know, Osaka's a multi-time champion, former number one, you know, one of the established players on tour. And then you got Jovic, one of the new players, got a lot of praise, right? Taking on, like, it's very similar. It's a shame that this is not on center court. Like, I get Parry being on center court because of Anisimova and Parry being French, but this should have been center court. This should have been on before Gauff because this is a very important matchup in the WTA. And it's a shame this is not getting center court treatment. All right, Caboli hits a winner. And it's 3-1 Caboli in the third. Yeah, Parry's from France, so like, of course they're gonna put Parry on center court. She deserves it, right? I mean, it's a home slam. Of course she gets to play, you know, on the big stage against the top 10. But this match, I mean, I could even argue that this match should get on center court instead of Gauff. I mean, Goff's defending champion though, so maybe not. It's just a shame that this match can't be center court. This match should be on center court tonight instead of FAA. I'm sorry, but like, if we're gonna have a night session match for ladies, this is the match. And I get it, like, best of 5, more money for the, like, okay. But, like, this match is it's 3 sets. I mean, you don't think this would have been a great night session? Come on, French Open, come on. Like, FAA Nakashima could be great, but also, like, this is the night session. This is the prime time. This is the match of the day. Love 15. And it's gone for 2.5 hours. I mean, we've had matches on center court Like, what about that Rin-Djokovic-Berrettini? That was straight sets and... Right? They got to trust that the WTA... They've got to trust that the matchups on the WTA are worth... Are going to... Are not going to disappoint the crowd by, like, being an hour. But also take the risk. They've got to take the risk with the WTA. By the way, WTA's flying right now, so why wouldn't they put a match like this on center court at night? Yeah, okay, it could have gone straight sets, but like, I don't know. They gotta figure something out with that. All right, love 30. Return goes out by Osaka, 15-30. But look, hindsight's great. This could have been a flop, right? And we would have been like, oops, maybe not. But when it's not. All right, 40-15. Tien's garbage on clay. Well, he did win a clay court title last week. I mean, he's not that bad. He's just not playing well today. But he is playing Caboli, who is better on clay. So, 30-0. All right, 30-0. And Jovic is a backhand winner, 40-30. They're going 5, chat. They're going 5. They're going 5. Bro just came in and made outlandish statements. Be real, dog. Who did what? Who's talking shit? All right, 40-30 Jovic. RG should take notes from the US Open. Yeah, no, we talked about this last year. We've got it. We know what they should do. There's been a 4-1 winner from Osaka, and it's deuce. What they should do, the final match on Susan Longland and the final match on Philippe Chatrier should be night session. They start at the same time. One women's, one men's, and then they alternate. So like every second night, or even every, like, maybe they don't alternate, but they have a night session for the ladies, at least on Susan Longland. So that way, you can either have it, like, if let's say, you know, FAA versus Nakashima, you can put that on Longland, you can put this on center court. Like, you can alternate. They need to have 2 night sessions, because doing it back-to-back, I think would be too late, especially because they start so late already. They start at like 8:30 p.m., right? Whereas the night sessions in Australia start at 7 p.m., so I don't know if they could actually bring it forward, but I don't know. Advantage Jovic. But I think they could put both. They could make another night session ticket, which would be great for revenue for them. It's Susan Longland, and then have one men's, one women's match every night, and they can alternate whether or not it's on center court or on Longland, right? So it's like you're still getting a big stadium night session. That's a possibility, but unless there's like some rule around like noise or something. But because remember, Paris, the French Open, Roland Garros is still in the middle of Paris. It's not like it's out in the middle of nowhere. So maybe there's like some noise rules, or maybe there's some council. You know, maybe that's why there's only one night session, because they're not. There's no curfew, but they're not allowed to have like 2 full stadiums of people making all that noise at night. I don't know. There might be a rule that we don't know. But anyways, that would be my solution if they're allowed to do it. Because that way you can alternate. And yeah, you might put the men's matches on Philippe Chatrier more often if that's what they choose, but at least they give the ladies an option to play night session too. Or even better, just get rid of the night session. Wimbledon don't have a night session. Let's get rid of it. Get rid of the night session. 2-0. And we'll just play all the way through. Back in return, 2-0 in the third. Osaka 4 and winner. Beautiful, beautiful shot. And it's 15 love. Caboli 4-2 in the third. By the way, chat, who would have thought that Caboli TM was going to finish first? Not me. Who, like, Caboli Tien is going to finish before Osaka's match. What? Like, how is that even possible? And they started an hour earlier. Osaka Jovic started an hour earlier. Crazy. 30 love. Osaka serves the fault. Second serve. Berrettini just started, by the way. We'll keep an eye on him. And Tien's getting real pissed off at himself and missing all these shots. Love 15. All right, 30-15 Osaka. Tien. I think Tien's serving so bad because he can't see it through. Like the sun is in his face. I think he's struggling a lot with the sun in his eyes. I think that's why he's all the double faults. All right, as Osaka comes to the net and wins a point, 40-15. ATP to start tomorrow, Ruud Rublev. They're not playing at the same time tomorrow. They're not playing at the first thing tomorrow. Ruud's playing at night. Chad, am I blind? Like, what's going? Like, where are people seeing this? Like, Ruud is playing in the daytime. I must be losing my mind. It's like the schedule came out and he's playing in the night session, and Rublev is playing in the afternoon. Somebody, you guys are reading the wrong. I don't know what you guys are reading. All right, nice hitting from Jovic. Beautiful inside out backhand. As Osaka with a great serve. 3-2. It's not going to be hot tomorrow. There's no poor Menchik in the heat. There's no hot. It's going to be cold tomorrow. Hello, is this thing on? I feel like I'm going around in circles. I'm losing my mind. What's happening now? It says 9 p.m. my time here. Yeah, no, that's wrong. That is wrong. So Ruud's playing tomorrow night against Fonseca. Rublev's playing tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be cold. It's not going to be hot. There's no more hot days. The rest of the tournament is going to be mid to low 20s, low to mid 20s. Like it's going to be cold. This is the last hot day of the tournament. No more heat after today. It's going to be cold, raining, and that's it. Yeah, he's in the evening session. I've seen 2 different schedules. Again, we talk about this all the time too, right? I mean, don't trust Google with the schedule. Don't trust the tennis scoring apps. Will have that eventually, but they're not gonna. Whenever they put a match on, it's a placeholder until they get the schedule, and then they update the dates or the times. You can't rely on the scoring apps before the French Open bring out the schedule. Before the schedule comes, you got to go to the website. French Open website is where the schedule is going to be released first, and then everybody else follows, right? Then all the other, people, and then it filters through the apps and all that stuff as well. But the first source is the French Open website. They're going to release the schedule first, so whatever they say, like go with that. That's the best way, and then the apps will eventually update, but it might take a couple hours. So yeah, just make sure you. That makes sense why so many people, we've had like 3 or 4 people come in here and be like, Ruud's playing in the morning. Because they're reading the wrong thing. But that's fair enough. I understand. Like, yeah. You're reading. Yeah, okay. They'll update that eventually. Anyways, 15 love. Jovic serving. It'll all update. Yeah, by the way, Philip Chatrier is starting earlier tomorrow too. We're starting an hour early. I don't know why, but we are. All right, 15 love Jovic. And Jovic serves again. Fault. Why do I feel like Tien's going to come back and win the third? Anybody else think that's going to happen? All right, backhand up the line from Osaka's a winner. 15-0. 15-0. Schedule's not out until Gene and Dutchy say it is. That's true too. I don't think they're here though, so the schedule came out way earlier than expected. So they're not here yet. You're so close to 300K. Way to go, bro. Oh no, it's crazy. All right, 4 up the line to the Fontien. Backhand now from Caboli into the Fontien. Caboli backhand again to the Fontien. It's Caboli. Winner up the line. Wrong foot's Tien. That was a marathon rally as well. 15-all. Caboli raises his fist. 15-all. All right, Osaka hits it in the net, and it's 30-15. Jovic. Great hitting from Caboli. All right, 30-15 here for Jovic. Cerundolo is not out. God, can we stop doing this? For the love of God, it's killing us. Please stop doing this. Anybody who does this, stop. He's not out. It's 2-1 in the fifth. Anyways, backhand goes into the... Oh, no, it goes wide from Osaka. Just 40-15. Yeah. I feel like coming in here and saying that somebody's lost when they're still actually playing, even if it's 5-love, like, just don't do it. That's just as bad as putting the score and spoiling the scores. All right. 40-15. Well, let's stop. We're going to stop doing it. Osaka and Jovic have both won 100 points each. Crazy stat. Caboli with a lovely volley, 40-15. And then an ace from Jovic. All right. Jovic levels 3-all. What a contest this has been. Such a close contest. Caboli with a great volley. It's worse than them spoiling the score because then we will stop watching. The game is still on. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, a few people have come this week and come in and been like, oh, so-and-so's lost. When it's actually just like it's like 5-3 in the tiebreak. Like Rude. People coming in here and being like, Rude lost. And then he was down match point. Everyone, there was 4 people saying Rude lost. And then he came back to win. It's like, so annoying. He didn't lose at all. It wasn't even... That shit is annoying. Because I'm not even paying attention to all the other matches, right? I'm only watching what we're watching. But gotta stop doing that. Drives us insane. And it misleads everybody in the chat, which is annoying too, because it's not fair on everybody in the chat. Caboli with an ace. 5-3. Yeah, the match isn't over until the last point's played. Exactly. All right. Osaka gets a 4-hand winner. Beautiful shot. 15-all. Caboli 1 game away from the 4th round, where he'll take on somebody we don't know yet. Schweider, Cerundolo, one of them. He's 1 game away, Caboli. There's a bit of fault from Osaka. Second serve. 15-all. As the backhand in the net by Osaka. Good return from Jovic. And it's 15-30. Jovic looking for that early break. I love 15 for Caboli. There's a bit of forehand now to the backhand of Jovic. Backhand now from Osaka. Again to the backhand of Jovic up the line. Osaka forehand back into the backhand of Jovic. And Jovic hit the tape, goes in, but Osaka gets it back. Jovic drop shot. Osaka gets with a forehand. Jovic with a slice. Osaka with a drive volley winner. Great hustle from Osaka. That was a huge point. 30-all. I have no idea who they keep showing on the TV. I don't know who this lady is, but... Does anyone know who they kept showing on the TV there? Must be someone famous. All right, 30-all. That was the longest rally of the match, 15 shots. As Tien hits a lovely volley, but Cobolli hits the lob, it goes out. All right, 30-all. 40-30 Osaka to stay in front. Schneider wins. Schneider got the win. She came back from like what, 5-3 or something in the first? All right, return goes to forehand of Osaka. Forehand from Jovic. Again, the forehand of Osaka was Jovic. Good forehand. Osaka slices the net. We get the deuce. And Tien, I think, might have just double faulted, and he's down match point. Man, what a win by Cobolli here. What a performance. Just crushed Tien. We were watching it because I thought it would be 5 sets. I thought this would be 5 sets. It's all right. I'm happy to be wrong. This time. By the way, don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. As that goes out by Jovic on the return. Forehand out from Tien to the back of Cobolli. Tien with a forehand again to the back of Cobolli. As Tien into that Cobolli forehand, and Cobolli smacks it in the net. Ooh, he went for it. All right, we get the deuce. Cobolli having a bit of a smile. He's just like, yeah, that was a little bit crazy. By the way, Italian tennis is ridiculous right now. It is ridiculous. No Musetti, no Rude. Sorry, no Musetti, no Sinner. But you've still got Berrettini, Arnaldi, Cobolli. Like, there's just so many people that are just doing so well for Italy. All right, forehand out of the back of Cobolli. Cobolli in the net. Advantage Tien. It's not over yet, exactly. Osaka holds, by the way, 4-3. I thought Cobolli only Kabullied Medvedev. He Kabullies everybody. He's a big old Kabulli. All right, advantage Tien. As the return goes off the tape and in by Cobolli. And it's advantage. It's back to deuce. Forehand from Cobolli. Into the backhand Tien. Cobolli with the backhand cross court. Tien gets back with a forehand into the backhand of Cobolli. Tien forehand again to the forehand of Cobolli. Into the backhand Tien. Cobolli with a forehand again to the backhand of Tien. Up the middle to the backhand of Cobolli. Tien. Backhand again to the backhand of Cobolli. Tien. Backhand cross court. Cobolli forehand up the line's a winner. Match point again for Cobolli. To take the win. In straight sets as well. Very, very straightforward. Advantage Cobolli. As Tien serves. The back of Cobolli. Return goes into the forehand of Tien. Cobolli with the forehand of the stretch. Tien. Backhand goes long. Cobolli wins. I mean, that was easy. That was so easy. He never looked in trouble, Cobolli. Tien gave away so many errors. Maybe, look, you can maybe say he was tired from the first match, like the last match, sorry. Cobolli just giving Tien a hug, and he's like, sorry. Sorry, I got you. Hey, look. But look, Tien's done well considering that on clay has not been his best surface, right? Like, he's only recently started to play well on the clay. So yeah, for somebody who's clay, clay was not there, is definitely not his preferred surface at the moment. He's getting better, but still has some work to do. Still pretty impressive that he was able to win a 5-setter from way back in that. Did he save match points? I can't remember. And then also win a clay title. So he's had a successful clay season, Tien. Still work to do, but I mean, he's got a good man as the coach to help him on clay in the future. But now we go to the grass and the hard courts for Tien, and that's where he should be. He should be much better on the hard courts. And I expect him to do better on grass than on clay. All right, 30 love. As Osaka hits a smash, 30-15. All right, if you want to keep watching Osaka Jovic, which, again, shockingly started before and is still going. We're only halfway through the third. And Caboli's match was an hour and a half. But great win by Caboli. He gets it done in 3. 6-2, 6-3, 2-6-3. And he is into the 4th round. Crazy. That was not what I expected. A quick, easy 2-set match by Caboli. That was not on my bingo card. All right, 30-15, Jovic. This match is still going. I mean, this has been an awesome match. Talk about living up to the hype. $30-15. As we're falling up the line from Jovic to the backhand of Osaka. Backhand of Jovic on the stretch. Goes into the backhand of Osaka. Jovic up the line, backhand. Great shot. 40-15. And it's been such a close contest. Yes, there's been some breaks, but there's been a break and then like a hold and then a break back. Like it's been very like a break and a break back. Or no one's run away with this match. It's been so close for the entire time. Like, what's been the biggest lead of the match? Let me have a look. I can't remember. Yeah, we had a break and then a break back and then a break and then a break. Like the biggest lead of the match, I think, was in the second set at like I want to say, oh no, not even 3-1. It was 3-2. So yeah, it's been break back. Like in the second set, it was 1-1. Osaka broke. Jovic broke back. In the first set, Jovic broke, and then Osaka broke back. So, like, we've only had a couple of breaks. It's been no break points in this set so far. 4-4. It's been so competitive and so close. Like, no one has been able to get away to a lead as Jovic hits a forehand in the net, and it's 15 love. 15 love. Serving to the backhand of Jovic, and then the winner from Osaka. $30 love. $30 love. And a great serve, 40 love. Now this, chap, this might be match of the tournament for the ladies. Like right now, it's definitely one of the most competitive high level matches we've watched. Another ace, all right. Jovic is going to serve to stay in the match now. Here we go. Here we go. In other news, Berrettini is playing. He's just started. Cerundolo is down a break in the 5th. 2-5. And a lot of doubles going on. And then, yeah, we've got Parry versus Nisimova. We'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, after this match, we've got Sabalenka Dasha. So we'll watch that. And then Gauff Potapova is later as well. Today, actually, and after the last 2 days, I think I need to make sure I remind myself that we're only halfway through, and I don't want to lose my voice or struggle later when the tournament starts getting really crazy. But I think today we might be able to. It might be a bit of a chill day today because I'm looking at some of the matchups and I'm like, okay, we'll watch golf, right? We'll watch a FAA later, but I don't think we'll watch anything else because there's not too many must-watch matches today. Tomorrow, there's a lot. Like tomorrow's gonna be hectic. So I might use today as that chill day. That there's always one day in the first week that's not super important, like third round or fourth round. Usually, it's a third round where like the matches we've had upsets, but the matches haven't played out the way we thought, so we don't have those. Whereas yesterday was crazy. Tomorrow's gonna be crazy. So maybe today we'll watch less, just so I don't have to scream. Watch golf? No, no. Why would we watch golf? 15 love. As the return goes into the forehand of Jovic, backhand from Osaka. Jovic serving to stay in the match. Osaka forehand up the line to the back of Jovic. Osaka forehand again. Cross court in the forehand of Jovic. Jovic in the net. 15 all. 15 all. I just said we're going to watch less, and then we're watching on Boko. I just told you what we're watching. This microphone's not working today. This thing not on. Hello. 15 all. As the return goes in, the forehand of Jovic. Backhand from Osaka. To the backhand of Jovic as Osaka forehand up the line. Jovic backhand. Oh, off the tape was a winner. It would have been a winner anyway. But it hit the tape and was a winner for Jovic. She needed that luck. Oh, no. Gauff. Coco. Okay, you're making a joke. My bad. All right. 30-15. As Jovic serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the form of Osaka return. Into the backhand of Jovic. Osaka backhand to the backhand of Jovic as Osaka up the line, off the tape. Jovic comes to the net. No, she doesn't set back. Hits it in the net. It's 30 all. Osaka got a little bit of luck that time. 30 all. All right. Jovic serves again. Serve. Is a fault. Second serve. So in the front of Osaka, forehand now from Jovic. The front of Osaka up the line of the backhand of Jovic. Osaka again to the backhand of Jovic. As Osaka backhand again to the backhand of Jovic. Jovic hits it wide. Match point Osaka. Match point for Osaka. Yeah, don't put scores in the chat. You will be dismissed. 30-40. Jovic serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Osaka ready to attack. Second serve. Into the back of Osaka. Good return. The back of Jovic. Osaka gets the point. Jovic hit it long. Osaka wins in just under 3 hours. And she's going to the 4th round. And the coaches are loving it. They're having a great time. All right. Tough one for Jovic to lose. That was such a close contest. Such a close contest. But Naomi Osaka just clutches it out at the end. Jovic is checking. I think Jovic is checking the mark. And she's upset. No. Well, she is upset, but Osaka's going to the coaches and giving all the coaches high fives. They're pumped up. The whole Osaka team pumped up. All right. Just under 3 hours and Osaka does it. That's got to be up there as one of the matches on the women's side. One of the best matches of the women's side. What a contest. All right. Now we're going to find out who the winner of that match is going to play. Who the winner of the next match is going to play Osaka. But who is Osaka going to play between the next... We're just going to watch the next match, right? And let's see if Dasha can produce a miracle. Please. But we'll keep an eye on Anisimova as well, who's playing Parry, and then we've got Gauff coming up in about a couple hours too. So jump on over here, talk amongst yourselves. But great win. If you are leaving, don't forget to sub on the way out. Don't forget to like the video on the way out as well. We're almost at 500 likes. Appreciate that. But yeah, great win, Osaka. I think it might be her first 4th round at the French. She lost the 3rd round on multiple occasions back in the 2010s. Recently, her French Open record hasn't been good. Despite pushing Swiatek in the 2nd round a couple of years ago, her record here has not been good. And now she's into a 4th round for the first time, and she might get to play Sabalenka. And even though she did get beaten by Sabalenka a few weeks ago, that rematch or that battle would be a hell of a match. 4 Grand Slams each. I mean, what a champion versus champion battle. But jump on over. We're going to watch Sabalenka taking on Dasha to see who Osaka plays. But Osaka wins. 7-6, 6-7, 6-4 in just under 3 hours. She gets the win over Jovic.